Alaska is one of those states that has not only enacted medical marijuana statutes, but we, through ballot initiative, have allowed for a broader sale and use of marijuana that is regulated as we would regulate alcohol. In the state, we think that the regulatory regime is a fairly strong one and consistent with the Cole Memorandum. Now, that memorandum suggests that the federal government will not get in the way of states which maintain strong regulatory regimes. I had some correspondence with the prior Attorney General Lynch, relating to this. But the fact is the banking sector is still closed to those in the marijuana business, making it difficult for states to access a paper trail to ensure that those in the business are compliant. We recently heard that postal inspectors believe that they can seize state tax payments sent by mail from people in the marijuana business. Now I understand that DOJ wants to eliminate the appropriations rider prohibiting federal interference with state medical marijuana laws. So I'm concerned, and I'm speaking for a lot of people in my state who are worried about the inconsistency between the state marijuana laws as well as the federal policy. The Department of Justice has not taken the position thus far that state marijuana laws are completely preempted by the Controlled Substance Act. I don't know if you're headed in that direction. The Cole Memorandum suggests strong deference to state laws, but we're not seeing the federal government doing much to ensure that those strong state laws are enforceable. So the bigger question is where are we headed with marijuana?
I appreciate your concern about that, Senator. It's a very difficult issue, obviously, a situation where we do have a conflict between federal law and the law in some states. It's a difficult issue for parents of teenagers like me who have to provide guidance to our kids about how they should treat marijuana.
Believe me, I agree with that, yeah.
But I can tell you, I've talked with Chuck Rosenberg, the director of DEA, about this, the administrator of DEA, and we follow the law and the science. And from a legal and scientific perspective, marijuana is an unlawful drug. It's properly scheduled under Schedule 1, and therefore we have this conflict. Jim Cole tried to deal with it in that memorandum, and at the moment that memorandum is still in effect. Maybe there will be changes to it in the future, but we're still operating under that policy, which is an effort to balance the conflicting interests with regard to marijuana. And so I can assure you that's going to be a high priority for me as the new U.S. attorneys come on board to talk with them about how to deal with that challenge in the states that have legalized or decriminalized marijuana, whether it be for recreational or medical use. But we are still in the Department of Justice, as Attorney General Lynch actually mentioned this at her hearing, her confirmation hearing in January 2015, and she explained that we're responsible for enforcing the law. It's illegal, and that is the federal policy with regard to marijuana.